glad to have you with us from SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Old Dominion Monarchs. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Badgers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes with the return. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So the Old Dominion Monarchs offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend.
Oh, he's got some space. The 30. He's at the touchdown, ODU. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Wisconsin's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to it early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the option. Now the toss. There he goes. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. The Monarchs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Now the toss. Sweet punt there. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this...
Touchdown, Old Dominion! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Allen. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Badgers are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Nice job getting to the QB there. And the best Wisconsin defenses always seem to have a game breaker and a difference maker. This guy can be that for this unit. But when you think back to the Watt brothers, right? TJ, JJ.
Turning it on. Touchdown, Monarchs. Great job by the back on the option. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Iowa.
Pulls it, fired complete.
Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to fire on second down. Nice grab in traffic. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple points.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
And the Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Just feeds the running back. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period. Old Dominion has the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. Now on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Got the first down. Looking for more. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, ODU. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 28-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Gives it on the option. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Powers through the defender. Still on his feet at the 45. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working that left side now. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Going to swing it on second down. Pressure coming. Oh, he makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Terrific job not just settling for the negative play and getting it to the running back.
Yeah, and you're supposed to go through your progressions, and you're obviously wanting to attack down the field and make a big play, but a lot of times when you dump it off to the running back, he can make something happen. And you're right, get something positive out of it instead of taking a sack.
Well, they say low man wins, and on that third down, the defense, they were expecting quarterback sneak. Did you see how low the D-line got? And they were able to just stymie that offense for no gain.
Trying to get it to the marker. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to him again. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Badgers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Caught over the middle. It's Turner. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. At the 45, on his way. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Monarchs will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. A designed run for the quarterback. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold on.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Miles. There he goes. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to North Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell it can.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Badgers will punt this one away. Catches it at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Monarchs! Stealing a score on special teams. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. He splits the uprights. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Norfolk. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Ballard Stadium.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermined.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned.
Let's get out of here with a win, folks. Let's show them what we are made of, offense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Traylor. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Addison. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They're down to the 20. 1st and 10. It's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The option look. He'll pitch it. Still on his feet at the 25. Guided out of bounds at the 34, and the running game really coming through. The Monarchs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on 1st down. Slings it downfield. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's 2nd down. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll give it to the back. Find some fresh air. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. And the Monarchs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down, as they've got a 1st at the 32.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Goes to the option. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on! That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Out of the gun to give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Back to throw, it's Nicholson. Working the middle, it's complete. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
A run for the quarterback. Breaks into the open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Badgers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Monarchs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Monarchs will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner is stopped. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Looking to throw, it's Nicholson. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Now the pitch. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the old coordinator.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
It's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm